And so guess what? My blood pressure, when I measured it today, was... Good morning, carnivore hunters. It's Rick doing my walking after midnight again. And I actually wanted to talk to you about a couple of things today. The first one, you haven't heard me talk about nitric oxide in a while. So initially, I took the nitric oxide to help lower my blood pressure. And initially, I thought it was working because I was I was getting up to the 180s sometime, but my systolic was in the 160s, 170s. And I took that nitric oxide. I came down to the 140s, and I got all excited and reported to you guys on that. And then it spiked back up. So that was a little disappointing. And so I took about 60 days worth, and I maintained about 140s, and I just thought, it's not working the way I thought or that I hoped it would. But having said that, I have changed some other things, and specifically my exercise. If you've been watching my last few videos, I've started rucking on my days off, and I'm not setting any goals with the rucking yet. This is my first time ever rucking other than when I go hunting. Rucking is just walking, carrying an extra load, with a backpack or a vest or something along those lines. So I'm starting out at a low weight and gradually increasing. And so I'll report back on that when I get a feel for what I need to do when it comes to rucking. I'll tell you day 2, I was pretty sore the next day. I'll talk about that in another video. So also with the second thing, I've decided to increase my steps. My goal on the days that I work is to hit 20,000 steps. And since I started this, I've been hitting at a minimum 20,000 every day that I work. And in fact, yesterday, up until midnight tonight, because my pedometer resets at midnight, I hit 25,000, which that might not be a big deal to some of you, but for me, that's a pretty huge milestone, considering I started out with less than 10,000, worked my way to 10 to 15 to 15 to 20, and that's why I thought, you know what, I'm just going to keep it at 20 and hope that this helps with my blood pressure. And so guess what? My blood pressure, when I measured it today, was 128/80. Granted, I am taking a blood pressure medication, but I've talked about that before too. I did that because my blood pressure spiking back up. So if I can continue on this time I'm going to work with my doctor and see if there's a way I can wean myself off as my blood pressure improves. I think it's going to continue to improve. So, and oh, by the way, join Laura Russell at Healthy Carnivore on the 28th, I think at 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, or it might be 6 o'clock. We have it posted up on the YouTube page already, so you'll be able to see when it is. But we're going to go in depth on blood pressure because I had a really weird thing happen to me last week, and so I reached out to her and started asking her questions. I was like, hey, why don't we let the rest of the world know? Because they might be... most of us aren't healthcare professionals, and you might be thinking you're taking your blood pressure correctly when really you might be missing a step or two. So we're going to get all these questions answered with Laura. She's going to help us out on that. Oops, sorry. And it's going to be a good discussion. I don't think it'll be that long because we're just talking about blood pressure. We're not going into detail about a whole lot of other stuff, but we look forward to seeing you during that discussion, and we will talk to you all later.